Welcome to the first Now You Know Sports of the Year. I'm Mike Maddaleni, along with Joe Florio, and we're going to kick it right off with some of the BC football. Alright, so we're coming off our first loss to Georgia Tech. And I don't know about you, Joe, but I think we looked pretty weak this week. Chris Crane, who's missing wide open receivers in clutch situations, obviously not like the Matt Ryan we saw last year. The running game didn't nearly step up as much as I thought they would. And although defense looks strong, I don't know if our offense can carry us much more than like 5 or 6 wins this year. Joe, I think you think there's more, but I don't know.
I mean, I'm looking at this team winning 8 to 9 games, and let me tell you why. It's due to the strength of the defense. We have a defense that's better than last year, led by the defensive tackles who are the top 2 D tackles in the conference. That's B.J. Raji and Ron Brace. And they really shut down the run, get to the quarterback, and I feel defense is what wins championships. And that combined from what I've seen by Josh Hayden and the running game, I feel it's not as bad as people feel it is. And so long as Chris Crane doesn't give us the performance that he gave in the second half versus Georgia Tech, I'm hopeful that this team is getting back to a bowl game and going to continue that streak. Mike, your thoughts?
I agree with your defense 100%. I really think they'll be able to do well. But to win 8 or 9 games, you need a quarterback. I think that's all there really is to it. I don't think you're going to win that many games without a quarterback. But obviously, you think differently.
All right, and only time will tell. And moving on to the NFL, I loved what I saw from Week 1 from my New York Football Giants for the big win to kick off the season. And Mike, I'm looking into my crystal ball, and well, you know, it's a little bit cloudy, but I'm trying to see some Super Bowl picks. I wanted to see what you had to say about that.
All right, fair enough. Obviously, being a huge Patriots fan, I hate the Giants. But I really liked what I saw when they played the Redskins. I mean, their defense looked just as strong as they did before, even though Strahan and Umanure is out. Justin Tucker is going to lead that defense. And I also think Eli Manning really can only get stronger. Steve Smith is going to grow as a wide receiver. Plaxico Burress is going to be as good as he has been. And I see the Giants making it for the NFC to the Super Bowl. NFC for your Super Bowl, what do you think?
NFC, I have the Dallas Cowboys. As much as it pains me to say that, they are the most talented team in football with the best coaching staff. And I mean, you just have to look at that offense with all those weapons that they have. I know they have an issue with depth with their wide receivers, but I feel they're going to play and be ready for the playoffs because they're in the most competitive league in football right now. And from the AFC, I see the Indianapolis Colts. I mean, it's Tony Dungy's last season. I feel that the team will really rally for him. All that offensive firepower led by Peyton Manning. And I think with Tom Brady out of the equation and the Patriots not being in the playoffs, I feel that they have a clear road to the Super Bowl. And our final segment is the mailbag. And our mailbag question this week comes from Lenny Muscarella from Morristown, New Jersey, who writes, I was reading in Sports Illustrated this week about Chad Johnson legally changing his name to Ocho Cinco. Your thoughts? Mike?
Well, as far as the celebration and stuff like that in football, I think it all started with Terrell Owens. Between him signing the football and the goalpost, pouring the popcorn in his face, that was all in good fun. But I think Chad Johnson has made an absolute joke of himself and has taken it way beyond the edge. I mean, he comes out of the locker room with the future Hall of Famer jacket on. He legally changed his name to Ocho Cinco. I personally believe Chad Ocho Cinco, has become the biggest joke in the NFL. Do you think differently, though?
Well, Mike, I love this. I think this is why football's the best sport in America. And it keeps people talking about this not only on Sundays and Mondays, but throughout the week, when there's a sort of drama that Chad Johnson brings to the NFL, and I love it. I mean, call me crazy, but I love touchdown celebrations. I love what T.O. did in Week 1 with Usain Bolt Olympics reference when he got down in that track pose. And I think it adds a lot. It makes the games more fun. It is a team sport. Don't detract from that. But if you want to celebrate, make it more entertaining, put a smile on my face, Chad Johnson, go ahead. You have my permission.
No way.
And that wraps it up for sports. We'll send it back to you guys in the studio.